That's good to start with. So, I just got home from work, and I just need to complain. I just need to complain. And you might be thinking, why are you complaining on camera? I was sitting marinating in the bullshittery that has been my life in the past month and a half. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying this YouTube thing. I really wonder if anyone has gone online and just complained for like 5 minutes straight, 10 minutes straight, 30 minutes straight. I don't know. Life sucks. People own cameras. I'm sure I'm not the first person that had a shitty whatever and was like, I just need to sit and complain to a bunch of strangers. 2 YouTubers, one of which is one of my idols, Queen Sarah Shower, fucking love that bitch, have posted videos. She was inspired by an Australian YouTuber, Abby. Both of them are just complaining for 5 minutes straight, and Sarah did it for 11 minutes and 50 seconds. So I'm going to do this for I don't know how long. It's been 2 minutes now, so let's get started. First of all, I'm on my period, and I usually don't have really bad period symptoms, but for some reason, like, this last month and a half has been the most trying time of my existence as a 23-year-old thus far. And yes, I'm only 23. I have so much of my life ahead of me, and I'm sure shit will get worse. I know that. I'm fully aware. But you know, sometimes you just need to complain, because a lot of stuff happens out of your control. And I do definitely agree that, like, the only thing you have control of is your own response to things, or how you react, or how you let things affect you. I also think it's very cathartic to complain sometimes when you've just had enough. You've had it, you're done, you just got to get it out, let it expel out of your body, and then move on. So like I said, my period today, like, I haven't even been bleeding that much, which don't try to diagnose me medically. I know it's my period, because today is only the first day of my period, but for some reason, my cramps decided that, you know what, we want to emulate what it actually feels like for that inner lining to fall off of your body in a much more intense way while I'm at work too. And I know I could have asked to leave early, but your girl needs money because I'm getting laid off July 9th is my last day. And for the record, they did give us an option. You can either be laid off, or you can pick up and move your life to Arizona. I live in California, more specifically the Bay Area. Not too specifically though, because I don't want stalkers. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Arizona. I'm sure it's a great state. I'm sure there's plenty of great people there, plenty of great things to do. I'm not gonna just, like, I considered it. I considered it. I heavily considered it. I set up meetings with the manager lady who is in charge of helping people transition. You need to know your worth. You bitch, you need to know your worth. If you know that the amount of expectation does not meet the price, don't do that to yourself. There are jobs out here doing what I'm currently doing now that make $4 more than I do. And they were talking about having me become a lead in a new state with a 15% raise. So that was news that I found out the week after my birthday. My birthday is April 1st, by the way, in case you were curious. So I found that out. So of course, I went into full existential crisis mode, because I graduated college last May. So I'm coming up on almost officially a year after graduating. And If I've learned anything as an adult, especially outside of graduating, a degree doesn't mean shit for actually having your life put together. Like, growing up, it seems like everyone wants you to think that going to school and getting a degree is going to automatically equal to you getting a good job that's going to lead to your forever career. That's not how the world really works, especially not if it's not what's really going to make you happy. Now, I know there are some people out there that all they want is to work a 9-to-5 job, get paid, leave, and do whatever the fuck they want with their life outside of that, which is fine. But it also just irks me that, like, it's not ever really talked about enough about how you don't have to do that to be happy, and that it's okay to pursue other things that might not necessarily be what the normal dream career is if it makes you happy. You know what I mean? In a pandemic too. So like shit, we're all still recovering because COVID isn't even over yet. And I found out I'm getting laid off. So of course I'm going to go into existential crisis. And I'm not talking about 2011 Dan is not on fire existential crisis. I'm talking about full blown, what is my life's purpose? What am I supposed to do now? Because I've been applying to jobs and not hearing anything. So then of course I'm going to be like, oh my God, like what am I going to do? Like I know I could always go back into retail, but girl, I did retail throughout college. The 4 years I was in college, I was working retail on top of school. And like once again, I know I'm in a very privileged state. And like I said, the point of complaining sometimes is literally just to complain and get the frustrations out. So then you can remind yourself of all the privileges and good things you have in your life. Maybe I'll include some more positivity towards the end after I'm done complaining, but I need to just keep going, okay? So I'm dealing with that, trying to figure out what I'm trying to do with my life, rethinking my purposes, and a situation comes up with, I'm not going to specifically say who, because I don't want this to get back to the I don't want it to get back to whom is involved. Blanket statement. I hate hypocrites. I hate hypocrites. And I know everyone has a tendency to do hypocritical things. I'm sure I've been a hypocrite plenty of times in my life. But I hate hypocrites who also aren't willing to hear that they are being a hypocrite. Whom I'm for the situation at hand. It's a situation where a lot of people are involved, but those that are the ones in charge of the situation are formulating it just surrounding their individual schedule and not taking into account that everyone else involved is also adults that have a life and have things going on, such as getting laid off, and that you can't just say yes and do whatever it is they want whenever they want you to, and you have to say no, but then they get mad at you for saying no, even though they wanted you to be in the situation that you're like, oh, God. It's just frustrating. I've vented, I've ranted. I understand that when you shouldn't stay in the negative about things. A lot has happened for everyone in this past year, and there's more things in individuals' lives that you don't know about. You know, like, you never know fully what's going on in one person's life. And sometimes you just need to get it all out. And that's what I want the point of this to be. You don't have to care about any of the stuff I was complaining about, but just know that it's okay to feel angry, feel frustrated, and just kind of vent and complain. And so a lot of the time it's very cathartic and it really does help and it feels good to get it out. But like I said, you do got to remind yourself of the privileges you have. So I'll go into some of the privileges that I have. Look at me. I'm a fucking white bitch in America. That's a privilege enough right there. You know, like, my existence alone is a privilege. I live, thankfully, with a boyfriend who's super understanding about, especially about my financial situation, and does not give me any sort of pressure to feel like I need to pay him consistently or even a lot. Like, the Bay Area is very expensive, and this man is very kind enough to be very gentle with me on finances and to take care of me and let me figure my shit out. Thankful to have a loving family and loving friends who care about me and will support me in anything. And I know with getting laid off, I'm privileged enough that I don't have to actually stress about, you know, what my next steps will be. Yes, it is stressful because I don't necessarily know what my next steps are going to be, but I know that I will figure it out. I know that I have support and that sometimes life just sucks, and I have to take a step back and remind myself that there are things that are more important, such as my health and my well-being and my happiness and my friends and family and my loving cat, Sesame, even though he hates me sometimes and bites my Achilles because I think he secretly wants me to bleed to death from my Achilles. But besides that, I think he loves me because he also likes to cuddle sometimes. But hey, that's having a cat for you. I'm thankful that I was able to find a job right out of college. I am very thankful and very privileged that I was able to find a job. There are plenty of students, hell, there's plenty of people that can't even afford to go to school and are put at a disadvantage because they're not able to afford school. So, I mean, not that I could afford it. I definitely have student loans, but I'm still very privileged that I do have that on my plate, that I was blessed enough to get into a school, get an education, finish that education, and I'm very proud of myself. My virtual makeup ceremony is actually this Saturday as I'm filming this, so I have to work, but it's okay because I'm still gonna be very proud of myself and enjoy it. Yeah. I'm just very privileged to be alive and to live where I do and to have the opportunities that I do. And even though I'm in a rough patch right now, I know I will make it through and that everything will be fine. This is just the universe challenging me to hopefully become a better version of myself. We're just going to stick to that and hope that that's what the universe has planned for me. Here, let's do a cheers. Here's to the blessings in our life that we tend to forget and disregard and take advantage, or what's it called? Take for granted. Here's to the blessings that we tend to take for granted, and reminding ourselves that even though rough times happen, there's always good things to remember and be thankful for in the moment, and even more blessings to come in the future. So, cheers to that. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you. I hope you found this entertaining or cathartic or maybe just entertaining. I don't know. All right. Bye.